Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to cut and sew this beautiful blouse, off shoulder collar neckline. So if you are new here, please subscribe and remember the notification bell. In that way you'll be notified each time I upload a video. So I fold my material into two and I mark back 2 inches for zip. I measure half length 16 inches plus 1 inch to sew. I measure shoulder 8 inches, that is 16 inches divided by 2 is 8 inches plus sewing allowance. Placing my tape on the shoulder, I measure down 9 inches. So on the shoulder, I measure 1 inch. I'm going to trim that part out. So on the neckline, I measure 6.5 inches, 6.5 inches for neckline. So I cut. So I'm going to cut 6.5 inches and trim 1 inch on the shoulder. I notch the back for zip. So I'm going to cut the front. I place on top, you can see the 2 inches on the back for zip. So I use the same measurement, 6.5 inches for neckline. So this is the front. I'm done cutting lining for the top. For the neckline, I'm going to measure, place my tape here. I will measure 6 inches for the back neckline. I will mark this way. This for the back, and for the front, I will measure 4 inches. So I'm going to cut the flared. It's going to have overlap, one yard and 9 inches. I have 1 yard and 9 inches, and I fold into 2. I will fold again, so I have into 4. I will measure from here. I will measure 12 inches. I will continue 12 inches. 12 inches. This way. This is the waist, this place, and I have 10.5 inches remaining here. I will continue 10.5 inches, 10.5 inches. I'm going to cut here and here. After cutting this one, I will place this one on top here. This one is 10.5 inches. This one will give me 6 inches. I will cut the same. So the measurement here is 7 inches. I'm going to continue 7 inches. 7 inches. And 7 inches. I'm going to open one side here and open one side here for zip. So this is the waist. I'm going to plait on the waist. I'm done cutting. This for the back. This is the neckline. This is where we sew zip on. So this is how it looks like. I'm going to cut here. I also use this one to cut the lining, the material. So what I'm going to do is to sew here and here. So this is where the zip is on the back, like this. This is how it is on the back. So this is where the zip is, like that. And for the front, I place on top. I will measure 4 inches here. 4 inches. After sewing, to remain 3 inches. What I will do is to sew here. Then after sewing, I will place on top this way. But before I do that, I will first sew the lining and sew the armhole. What I would first go and do is to sew here. I'll sew here. I will do the same for the back. Then I will sew lining with the main material. I'll place this way. I'm done sewing armhole, and I sewed these 2 sides, sew that and breast dart. Let me show you. I sew breast dart here and waist dart in armhole. I don't know if I've showed you this. I've also sewn this one. This for the back, the 2 back, and for the front. And you can see the front I didn't sew here because I'm going to use this one to do the turning of the neck. I will place this way. I will notch the center of this thing, the collar. I will sew this way. But before I do that, I will join the shoulder to shoulder together of this one. I will first join the shoulder together and shoulder separately together without the main material. I will first join the collar shoulder together. I will join the shoulder of this one and the main material together. This is one of the back. This is the armhole. This is the neck. You can see I didn't sew the neck. I sew armhole, that, and for zip on the back, I'm going to do the same here. This the neck. This for zip. This armhole. This the side. So I will sew from here this way and sew zip and sew that. You can see here I didn't sew the shoulder because I'm going to sew the shoulder together and sew this one shoulder, the collar shoulder together. So like this. This is the shoulder for the back, and for the front I will bring this way and sew together. I'm done sewing the shoulder. For the material, this is the shoulder, armhole, neck, back neck, front neck, then shoulder. And I also sew for the collar. This is the back and the front. I place together and I sew here, then comes this way. So I notch here and here. I will place the center together this way. Hold with pin. This for zip. I fold before placing this on top. Then I will sew from the back neck to the front neck. into the back neck. So here I will bring this way for zip and place this here. I'll sew this way. After sewing, it will come to the front. I'm done sewing the collar on the neck, and I will bring to the front. This is the back for zip. This is the shoulder, armhole. This is the front. This is the collar, and I sew one side. I've sewn here. I'm going to do the same here now. Bust is 40 inches, divide by 4 is 10 inches. I will measure bust and sew. Waist is 36 inches, divide by 4 is 9 inches. I'll measure and sew here. Well, for the flared on the waist, I hem the bottom, the down part, and this one I'm going to place on together like this. What I'm going to do is to sew. I will leave about 4 inches here for zip, and I will sew here down. I'm done sewing the side. This is 2 sides. I'm going to sew flared on the waist. I leave 4 inches on the back to sew zip. I'm going to sew it here. This is the back where I will sew zip on here. Then as I'm sewing, I'm going to plait. I will do the same up to the back for zip. After doing that, I will sew zip on the back. I'm done sewing on the waist. I'm going to sew zip now on the back. I will show you when I'm done sewing. I'm done sewing zip, and I sew hook and eye on the back. I'm going to iron. If you are new here, please subscribe and remember the notification bell. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in my next video.